What's going on, YouTube world? Charles Hutcherson here, man. I'm so excited, man. We have the Storm DNA. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Supernova, so I'm curious to see what they did with this one to modify it. They came out kind of quickly, so maybe other people felt the same way that I did. But I'm curious, man. It's another big ball. Now let's see how it compares. So I got Supernova here, so we're gonna check out both. But yeah, man, and of course, always gonna do that brother versus Storm comparison. So, hey, man, give me some time. I'm working on it. It's a lot of balls coming out, so we definitely gonna get it matched up with everything possible. But as always, if you're in South Florida, get Sawgrass Lanes, Tony Levance, Roger at Bowlers Edge Pro Shop. Man, they do some awesome work. Go check them out. And if you like anything what you've seen, the balls, the jerseys, links below. Use the links below. Great way to support what we got going on. So, after that, let's get to the lanes, man. So, as always, start a little further right, then work our way left. And house shot is a little used, so I'm curious to see what this is gonna do. Ooh, that picked up early. That picked up way early. So I believe I might have to move left a little bit quicker. Gonna try that again. Move a little left off that. Bro, that's somehow that made it. I was not expecting it, but it kind of sat there, rolled up. A lot of those really strong covers, you know, they get really rolly. So let me get a couple frames on it before I give a real opinion. All right, so I'll keep cheating left off that last shot. Getting around it a bit. Slowing up. Slowing up. All right, gonna keep on scooting left. Okay. I think the more I move left, they'll have to slow the speed down. Looks a little forward, but again, fresh is the first shots I'm throwing with the ball, so not gonna judge it. All right, so I'm gonna try to slow it down a bit, give it a chance. That was a lot of continuation right there. Went through the pins. Looked like it ran over the 8. Looked pretty good to me. But yeah, we'll keep doing it. A little quick. Got fast on that one. Human. All right, getting a little oil in it finally. I'm gonna stay in this little zone here for a moment. Oh, I got dead around that one. Oh, it almost carried. But it's again not my best shot. But we're gonna keep seeing. Keep on going. Oh. Tried to ease up a little bit and not hit up so much. And it didn't shape. I guess you can definitely say I missed it at the bottom. But for these balls this big and tractioning, I would think that it'll still kind of go. But again, it's not a fresh house shot, so. I'm gonna still stay a little further right into the friction. See if I can't just get my hand in the right position. Okay, there we go. Still a little deflection, but they're really big balls. It's really meant for sport shots. But it looks good. It does look good. I think we'll really see like if there's a huge difference between this and the Supernova. That's what I'm more curious about. So I'm gonna give you about 2 to 3 more shots here with the DNA. Then we'll jump to Supernova. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Hey, not bad. I'm gonna keep moving left and slowing down even more. Getting a little stronger hand position. Oh, I spun the life out of that one. So, not my most well executed shot there, but it saw it and still shook him out. So that's a good thing to see. But yeah, big balls. Does everybody need this? No, but the people who need help, especially in the front of the lane, they're probably going to lean towards balls like this. If you have a big rev rate, two-handed, may pass on this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the Supernova. So, a little Supernova time. I like the way this one smells. All right, same idea. Start right, move a little left, then we just kind of jump around. That packed a punch. That packed a nice little punch down there. Again, you really start to see a difference, especially on a house shot, once you move left and we run to a little more oil. So let's keep on going. Let's see if we can get a little more change of direction. Got nice and slow. That's finishing. Finishing around the corner right now. Again, I do got a little more games on that one, so it makes sense why it's corners. So I'm gonna keep throwing it. And I think once we get to that second set of shots, we will really be able to kind of summarize what I'm really seeing and go from there. But so far, this one definitely is having a lot more oomph at the back end of the pattern. All right, let's go ahead and try this one more time. Got around it. Okay, so that one's shaping pretty good. And mind you, I think DNA is definitely still a replacement for it. But yeah, man, we're just gonna keep on throwing it, man. And let's get some more oil into the DNA and see how close or far apart. But as of right now, especially with the Supernova having a little less surface on it, it's looking like it's, again, a little more continuous down lane right now compared to the DNA. Got around that one pretty good. Neither of these balls really want to play that angle, so it's something to keep in mind. Like, hey, you don't need these unless you're bowling on something very, very specific, and you're really trying to control the back end of the pattern. Like, you go to the balls that are stepped down from this. So I know some people want balls that, hey, I can bowl 8 games with it and never have to move. That's not realistic. So just keep that. Like, that's why you have an arsenal. You have a big ball, benchmark ball, and generally something shiny when the lanes transition. And that's not always exactly the case. So just keep that in mind. Like, that's why you, again, have an arsenal so you can deal with whatever the lanes are giving you. So let me go ahead and throw about 1-2 more shots of Supernova, and then throw the DNA a little bit more. Went ahead and hit the Supernova. I'll zoom it in so you can see it with a little surface, make it a little dustier to give it a little bit closer comparisons than what the lane shine version was. So I'm gonna throw about 2 shots here real quick. The continuation, it went a little more forward. So you watch that close up, and I'll replay this shot for you in slow motion so you can see how it kind of just exited, like a deflection. Which, again, it's not a horrible thing. Big ball, it's reading very early. Throw it one more, and then you'll see more of this on our second set of shots. Got around it, twirled it real good. Continuation. So, they're very close. I think the DNA is probably gonna be a smidge earlier. Again, I remember very clearly how the Supernova rolled out of box, and it very reminiscent of that. So we're gonna continue to see the DNA and how really this ball impresses me as, again, to get some more oil in the ball. So yeah, man, 2 more shots, and we'll go ahead and switch it up. Twirled it pretty good. Oh, the continuation's there. Okay. Hey, man. It's the DNA, man. Storm DNA. Hook. Again, we are starting to get some oil into the cover. So, see how she moves. Okay. Yeah, I was a little more forward off my hand, so the ball, that's what it did. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and switch up these angles, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So, as we look at both of these balls, how they stack up. It has a slightly lower RG on the new Storm DNA opposed to the Supernova, which has a slightly higher. But again, balls are definitely comparable. I think these cover stocks are what kind of separate it. The NEX, I think, is just a little bit smoother. And the XO is trying to be responsive, but because it's a lower RG core, it just, again, it picks up. Like, it just picks up a pinch sooner than a Supernova does. I would not carry both of these balls in the bag by any means. Like, they both kind of sit in the same realm, with a lot of surface. And that's just really what it is. Like, again, if you've thrown a Supernova a bunch, the DNA is definitely a great replacement. I mean, you need a ball that's going to read the front of the lane like quickly. That's exactly where these balls fit in. In this particular house, it didn't favor this particular ball, but it just needs a lot of oil. Like, both of these balls need some oil, and that's really the story to tell. We will be doing comparisons with the DNA versus the Brutal Collision, so be on the lookout for that. And then we're probably going to do versus another top end ball that has a more traditional solid cover stock and not the HK22 like the Brutal. So be on the lookout, and until next time.